Hey guys, I said I would do a video update and keep myself accountable, and that's just what I'm doing. We're on what seems like month 860 of COVID. I'm sure everybody feels that way, especially if you have kids or a job that you have to work at every day, or have been isolated. Sure feels a lot longer than the 10 months or whatever that it's been. It's also day 9 of NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo, for anyone that doesn't know, is National Novel Writing Month, or also called National November Writing Month. Basically, NaNoWriMo is a way for writers to have a goal of hitting 50,000 words in 1 month, which seems like a lot, but it's actually not bad. It breaks it down into about 1,667 words a day, and that's actually pretty manageable. That's, for the average person, that's between 1 and 4 hours of writing. For me, it's about 2 hours if I'm having a good day. But it's a really great way to connect with people, to have a common goal. It involves writers of every form: comic book, nonfiction, fiction, memoir, all sorts of things. It's amazing. It branches over every genre. And there's all sorts of resources on the NaNoWriMo site. Articles you can read from established authors. There's buddies that you can have with friends so that you can support each other on your journey. There's just so much. There's merch you can buy. It's just unending. It's also a great way to record your word count, and it'll give you an idea of how many words you're writing a day, what kind of progress you're making, if you continue on that same progress when you'd actually finish the 50,000 words. It has some really great resources, so definitely check it out. How am I doing? Well, this weekend wasn't great, I have to say. Friday was a really bad day physically for me. I refused to use my cane at work. It's all pretty brand new to me, and it just wasn't a great day. And to top it off, my charger for my earpods had gone missing, and for some reason that just totally set me off. I was just, yeah, not very nice to my family. My word count suffered for it. I basically spent Sunday morning in bed. I was just exhausted with everything, with myself. It was fun, but there are some positives, especially this month. First thing was this beautiful writing desk, which I would love to show you, and I'm hoping my camera will work with me here. My beautiful antique writing desk that my husband got me, complete with an actual inkwell, which I will never ever use for an inkwell, I'm sure, but it's just gorgeous, and I love it so much. And it really helps that I have it now in my family room, where I can still be with my family even if I'm writing. It's just really great to have. And of course I can put everything inside of it. It does flip up, and it's just really handy. So I have that. The family's been oddly supportive this month, and if you are my family watching, I'm sorry for saying that. But it's kind of true. November is typically the month where my kids get neglected and my husband gets neglected, and I try really hard to make my 50,000 words. And the last couple of years have just been awful for that. It's been horrible. And this year I actually think I have a chance. As I said, we're on day 9, and I'm only about 2,100 words behind, which really isn't bad. That's a couple hours of makeup writing that I have to do, hopefully even tonight. So I'm actually pretty optimistic this year. And it's not about reaching the 50,000 words. I mean, there's perks if you win and get the 50,000, but really if you don't get it, it's not like it really affects anything. Either way, you've written words. Whether it's 200 words, 2,000 words, 200,000 words, you've written words. It's a bonus. But for me personally, I used to be a lot more prolific with my writing, and 30,000 was pretty much my average per month. So not being able to hit my 50 is pretty hard, and I'm really hoping this is a change and I get to those 50,000 or at least close. I'm very happy that where I am right now, I'm actually almost halfway to where I've gotten the last 2 years, you know, an entire month. So it's going really well in that regard. Mind goals for NaNoWriMo. Well, I'm kind of flipping back and forth between things depending on the time of day and what muse is talking at the time. I'm still working on my young adult book, Page Bender. That's being written on a typewriter, and it's about 20,000 words in. It's one of those things that I can't use my typewriter at night because of course it'll wake up the kids. So I have to do it during the day, and during the day I work. So it's coming, it's just a little slower in that regard. I'm also working on my Grimdark, which is about 47,000 words in. Not really sure how that's going. I usually write very dark. A lot of my thrillers are very dark. But Grimdark is a whole different ballgame, and I'm really learning that, yeah, especially when you have muses talking through you in Grimdark, it gets to be a frightening place. I actually had to stop writing last night because it got pretty disturbing. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on there. I'm just kind of letting everything flow, and I'm sure it'll all get taken care of in editing. I'm also working on my paranormal witch demon story. Not quite sure what genre that's fitting into just yet, but only about 50,000 words in, and I have a feeling it's going to end up being a novelette. But yeah, working on that as well. Other things, I have my blog, which has been sorely neglected lately, but I'm hoping to catch up with a couple articles there soon. I'm also trying to get on doing short stories again. I used to write a lot of short stories, mostly for open mic, which we used to do once a month. With COVID, we can't do open mic, or at least not in person. I tried attending the ones online, but it's really hard because our internet connection isn't great, so a lot of the time I get bumped off, or people freeze halfway through reading, or I freeze halfway through reading. So it gets to be a little hard in that regard. But I'm trying to get back into short stories. I used to write a lot of them, and I'm trying to get into submissions. I had a goal of submitting 12 short stories this year. I sadly haven't submitted any, so I have some work to do if I want to make that goal. Other things I'm working on, Life's Legacy, the next book in the Life series, is actually out to beta readers. I'm very excited to see what they think. I actually have 4 beta readers this time, and they're all very diverse readers. Some are writers. It should be really interesting to see what they think. I'm not quite sure what they're going to come back with. I'm anticipating a lot of edits, and that's okay. Just whatever it takes to get it to be a polished, better novel. So once the beta readers come back at the end of the month and give me their feedback, I'm going to be doing one last read through. Then it goes to my lovely editor, who I'm sure will rip it completely apart, or at least rip a hole in the guy that is the main character. And then I'm going to be looking at cover art, perfecting that, and figuring out how I'm going to do the launch. It's going to be a virtual launch, I'm sure, because that's pretty much what all of them are right now. And I'm hoping I can do a virtual launch and then maybe a party or another launch sometime down the road. Maybe even launch it with one of the other books when they come out. We'll see. We're playing it by ear. I don't really know. I think that's one of the things right now is you have to be kind of flexible. Otherwise, I'm trying to stay sane. I miss my friends a lot. Seeing them on video chats and stuff is just not enough. I've seen a few people here and there, but my writing community, I really, really miss you guys. Like, more than I can tell you. Especially right now when parties would be starting up and the fun open mic, the themed ones. We just missed WWC When Words Collide. They did do it online, but again, I could only attend part of the sessions because my internet was just being stupid. So I attended where I could, and I've watched the uploaded videos where I could, but it definitely wasn't the same. And I know everybody that's from the writing community here, we're all feeling that abandon and that disconnect from seeing each other physically, which is kind of funny because a lot of us are introverts, so you would think that we'd be loving this, but I find a lot of people are just getting a little bit squirrely from it. So, you know, if you're feeling like that, please reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to people. I'm happy to do video chats, barring my internet working. Otherwise, just hoping things turn around and hanging in. Gonna keep writing and making goals and hopefully achieving some of those goals. I do have some editor spots booked for the next 3 years, so I'll definitely have one book out for the next, well, 1 year book a year for the next 3 years, which is really good. I have a number of books written that are just sitting there waiting. I don't know why I held on to them. I guess I don't know. I was just waiting. I know the next one's in the Life series. I was waiting for this current one to come out, and for the longest time I was very nervous about releasing it because it is a lot grittier and hard-edged than the other ones. It grazes some topics that I didn't think I was comfortable with releasing, but since writing the grimdark and looking into that genre, I feel like I've gotten a little more comfortable with the darker side of things. So the fact that this thriller book is going to be a bit darker, I'm actually okay with that. And I think my readers are going to be as well. So, yeah, Life's Legacy is going to come up in the new year. I don't know exactly what month. We will see. And, oh, another thing that's coming out, a project that's coming out, is StarSeed. And that is by Stephen Guy, published by the Seventh Terrace. And it's a really great book. It's very strange. It's very intriguing. Not for the faint of heart. But I was actually asked to do the illustrations for that. So it's been a long time since I've done a lot of illustrations, aside from just my normal work, and I was very honored to be asked. And I've seen a copy of the ebook, and it looks great with the illustrations. So that is coming out on November 17th through a virtual launch with Owl's Nest Books. And yeah, it's a double launch actually with a different book as well. It's going to be very exciting, so attend if you can. You do have to pre-register for the event. I will put the links below if I can figure out how. And yeah, otherwise I'm going to attempt to get my really good camera set up so I can do more of these in the future, a little bit higher quality and a little bit better sound quality. I'm gonna try to start keeping you guys accountable, keeping myself accountable. I want to get back into the community and being the kind of person that people talk to for different things and kind of person that people contact when they need help. I really miss that, and I think I got out of it for whatever reason, and I really miss it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. COVID, writing, surviving, enjoying the family, and enjoying my new writing desk. So yeah, I'm gonna check in probably in about a week, see how we're doing with NaNoWriMo, and I would love to share some words of advice, and I'd love to have you guys responding below and telling me what you're up to, what you'd like to see, and how you're doing. So stay safe, everybody. Bye.